Oh, what can ail thee, knight-at-arms, alone and palely loitering? The sedge has withered from the lake, and no birds sing. Oh, what can ail thee, knight-at-arms, so haggard and so woe-begone? The squirrel's granary is full, and the harvest's done. I see a lily on thy brow, with anguish moist and fever dew, and on thy cheeks a fading rose fast withereth too.
I met a lady in the meads, full beautiful, a fairy's child.
Her hair was long, her foot was light, and her eyes were wild.
I made a garland for her head, and bracelets too, in fragrant zone. She looked at me as she did love, and made sweet moan. I set her on my pacing steed, and nothing else saw all day long, for sidelong she would bend and sing a fairy's song. She found me roots of relish sweet, and honey wild and manna dew, and sure in language strange she said,
I love thee true.
She took me to her elfin grot, and there she wept and sighed full sore, and there I shut her wild, wild eyes
with kisses four.
And there she lulled me asleep, and there I dreamed, ha, woe betide, the latest dream I ever dreamt on the cold hill's side. I saw pale kings and princes too, pale warriors, death pale were they all. They cried, La Belle Dame Sans Merci hath thee in thrall. I saw their starved lips in the gloam, and horrid morning gaped wide, and I awoke, and found me here on the cold hill's side. And this is why I sojourn here, alone and palely loitering,
though the sedge is withered from the lake, and no birds sing.
The dead do not suffer the living to pass. You will suffer me.
Oh my God, you know what this reminds me of?
No, what?
It reminds me of this John Keats poem. You know, the La Belle Dame Sans Merci?
I'm not really sure. I don't know if I've read that one.
It's the one about the night, you know, he meets this woman and then he has this really wacko dream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I have read that. Isn't that one where the lady's supposed to be evil?
Well, I don't know if I'd call her evil. I mean, why would you say that?
Well, it seems in the poem that she seems to seduce him with, like, her dancing and her enticing gestures and such. I mean, you see these visions of these pale men who have been deceived by women like this, and really, the destruction that's caused by love is a really common theme in these kinds of folk ballads.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose. I always thought that the woman, she was a symbol of the ideal world that's like fantasy, and the knight on his cold hill, which is his reality, is so caught up and so enraptured by this fantasy that he forgets about the real world, that he's so caught up in this fantasy world that, like, when he returns to that cold hill, like in the last stanza, it's kind of this whole big thing, like, oh my God, this is my real world, and he's forgetting what's real and what's not.
I never thought of that. You know, maybe it's possible that the knight is just deluded completely. I mean, that it may be the lady is real, and he sees her, and he meets her, and he thinks that, well, I think I can do this. I can have her, and she can be my friend. But it can't be, because you'll notice in the poem that the word wild is used very often to describe her, and that really he gets this warning in this dream sequence that don't listen to her. She's bad. You can't have her. You have to listen. But he doesn't listen, and that's why he ends up on the hillside, and he's cold and lonely.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought of that either. I think that's definitely it. I mean, that could be the reason that he's stuck on that hillside, that he's there. I mean, in the last stanza, they use the word sojourn, which, has this connotation that he'll be there for a long time. And then there's repetition in the poem, which, of course, reinforces the idea that he'll be there. There's no movement in the poem, that it's static. So maybe, yeah, he's stuck there and there's no movement, and he's there because of this unobtainable woman.
It's very sad.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.